Have you ever come across a picture which simply felt off? Something about it, whether it's the setting of the image or the contents within it that make you feel uneasy? Well, if so, you wouldn't be alone. Many images are taken and uploaded on the internet. As everyone is taking pictures pretty much daily, it shouldn't be difficult to find some unsettling images taken by either maniacs or unfortunate victims. Well, that's what inspired me to create this video, in which I wish to show you some of the creepiest images to have ever been taken and their horrific backstories. The first image we'll be discussing today is known as the last moments of Regina Kay Walters. Regina Kay Walters was a young girl who decided she would run away from home at 14 years old with her 18-year-old boyfriend at the time. Unfortunately, the two did not have any access to a car and relied on hitchhiking to make it to their destination. Eventually, after making it pretty far, they encountered a truck driver who seemed fairly kind and offered them a ride. Little did they know, the man who picked them up was named Robert Ben Rhodes, a local serial killer who was nicknamed the Truck Stop Killer. The truck driver murdered Regina's boyfriend swiftly so he could torment Regina without worry, and tortured her for weeks before taking her to an abandoned barn in which he took this unnerving photo of a defenseless Regina forced to face her demise by a sick and twisted individual. It's really unfortunate what happened to Regina Walters and Ricky Jones. No person should ever have to suffer like that and even be tormented with being photographed before their murder. Not only did he torture her in his homemade dungeon created in a portion of his truck, he also called her father, making remarks such as, "I made some changes, I cut her hair." Thankfully, Rhodes was caught on April 1st, 1990 by an Arizona trooper who investigated his parked truck and found a captive woman inside. Armed with a pistol, Rhodes was detained and charged with aggravated assault, sexual assault, and unlawful imprisonment, as investigators began to link him to the three known murders. While Rhodes is serving life in prison, investigators believe he killed up to 50 people between 1975 and 1990. Our next photo that we'll be discussing today is known as the Exorcism of Analisa Michel. Anneliese was just like any other normal teenager, who attended school and never had anything strange happen to her in her life whatsoever. Well, that all changed out of the blue when she began blacking out at school before exhibiting increasingly strange behaviors like routinely convulsing, hallucinating, eating spiders, and even drinking her own urine. Michel claimed to be possessed by the devil, and her parents soon came to the same conclusion. They ultimately subjected her to 67 exorcisms, none of which improved her condition before she died of malnutrition at the age of 23 in 1976, weighing at just 68 pounds. And even a fun fact, her story was so disturbing that it eventually inspired the 2005 horror film, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. The next photo is known as the Disappearance of Calico. Now, I'm sure many people enjoy going on bike rides outside in the summer, but what if someone was following you? And not in a fun way, but more of a creepy serial killer stalking type of way. Well, this terrifying reality was something that Calico had to face, as on September 20th, 1988, Tara vanished from the face of the earth after she left her New Mexico home to go on her daily bike ride and never came back. To this day, she has never been found. But in June 1989, almost a year later, a mysterious Polaroid turned up in a parking lot in Florida, nearly 1,500 miles away from where Calico had disappeared. Though unconfirmed, it appears to show Calico based on matching scars and dog-eared paperback next to her, and a young boy, both bound and gagged, and absolutely terrified. The final photo, which I think is probably one of the saddest, was known as the Oma Bombing of 1998. The Oma Bombing of Northern Ireland killed 29 people and injured more than 200 bystanders. Carried out by members of the real Irish Republican Army, it was the deadliest attack during the 3-decade-long conflict known as the Troubles, which pitted those who wanted Northern Ireland to remain unified with Great Britain against those who didn't. Arguably, the most chilling photo taken during the entirety of the Troubles, this image shows a happy father and his carefree son standing next to a car in Omagh that was wired with explosives and about to blow. Sadly, they both died moments later. It's unnerving knowing that any moment could be your last. Even in unexpected situations, life can just end in a flash, so don't take it for granted. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and I hope you leave a comment expressing your thoughts on each of these creepy images, and let me know if there's any ones that I should cover in the future. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoy similar content, make sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my catalog. This was NightFuel, and I hope you have a good evening and good night.